The wash is an ambient guitar player's dream pedal, and it can be used a variety of different ways to create different sounds loaded with texture, as you heard in the track. Here's how it works. The right side of the pedal contains mono in, 9-volt power in, as well as the remote tap tempo connection. Left side contains mono out. There is a local tap tempo control in the middle of the pedal. The wash has two sides, a yellow side and a red side of the circuit. The yellow side contains just the analog delay, with our controls being delay level and delay feedback. Now, the red side of this pedal is what makes it truly unique. You see, the delay that you've created flows into this side of the circuit to create the wash. What is the wash? The wash adds reverb to your signal through a network of internal feedback loops, subtle multi-layer Benson effect, and what Mr. Hungry Robot has coined the ripple effect. This simply cannot be achieved by stacking reverbs and delays in series. As a result, this bad boy produces a haunting and beautiful wash, all while retaining 100% of the clarity of your original guitar signal. Now, the ripple is described by Mr. Hungry Robot as where each successive delay transforms and scatters into reverb. The resonance is how long it takes the ripple to decay and how present it is. And the wash is the overall volume of what you've created right here. Now, let's check out some sound examples and dig a little deeper. Okay, one thing I'd like to take everyone through is how to get a really nice sound out of the pedal initially if you're just starting to learn how to use it. I will pretty much to the T follow Mr. Hungry Robot's instructions that he sends you when you purchase the pedal. So here we go. Step 1, set the delay. So we have the delay right about here. So let's increase the feedback a bit so you hear it more. Just so you can hear the difference, here it is, pretty much almost off. Here we go, back up. Now let's crank up the delay level quite a bit. So. Good, okay. So next step, we'll push this down, is to engage the wash. We'll keep this at about noon and bring in the ripple. So here's the ripple all the way down. So adding a bit of shimmer, you hear a difference? So you can start to hear the delays go into the reverb and the Benson effect and the whole amazing creation that is the wash side of the circuit. As we turn up the ripple, start to hear it more pronounced. As you turn up the wash, you hear that even more pronounced. Now, as we add the resonance, you hear what we've created, I believe, becomes more present, or the ripple effect becomes more present, excuse me. So here we go. Now just to hear what it sounds like with the whole wash, which is what's created right here, turned down. turn it down just a little lower so you can hear the difference. Just delay. Subtle wash. Increasing the wash to about new. Now let's increase the ripple a bit. Now right now the pedal's starting to, for me, hit kind of a sweet spot where it rings out nicely, but it eventually decays. So let's increase the wash a bit, and then we'll get to setting these to a bit high to where you start to hear the ringing effect. Here we go. It fades away. So starting to get to a really nice setting, but just so you can hear the difference, these two kind of work together. If one's high, the other might need to be a little lower depending on how you have it set, but when they're both cranked and you have a lot of gain or like a hot pickup going in, you will get into the ringing thing if you have it set pretty high, which is a cool effect. However, just know how to control it. So here we go. It'll probably start to ring. So you can start to hear it ringing out quite a bit. Volume of the guitar is off. Just need to disengage the pedal, it goes right away. So here is a nice little Sigur-Rós-ish kind of, I don't know how to pronounce that Icelandic band's name correctly, but reminds me a bit of Vanilla Sky. Here is a nice little example for you. So that's just with the delay, but with the wash, here we go. Thought it'd be great to go through some of the settings that I use and play through some of the parts independent of the mix. This pedal is an incredible creative tool, and you can sit with it for hours, and you probably will, coming up with amazing different sounds. So let's zero in on some of the stuff I use so you can see how I use the pedal for this track. Here we go. This is the first sound. with the wash setting, the wash side of the circuit off, just so you can hear the awesome analog delay. This is the introduction. Here we go. Now with the wash. So as you can hear, it adds an amazing texture to the sound. All right, here is the slide part. Now, I don't claim to be a good slide player by any means, but I thought when I heard this, that slide would sound awesome, and it did. So here is the slide with just some compression and the delay. Here we go. That's about right. Okay, so here is the setting for the slide guitar. Now, I don't claim to be a good slide guitarist by any means. However, the character that this pedal takes on with a slide, I thought was awesome. So we have a little compression on just to make it a little easier on me. And here we go. Here it is with just the delay. Now with the wash. Here we go. Next part would be I would call it the rhythm part, but really it's the bed that the melody sits on. And I thought that the wash setting I had here really adds a gorgeous fatness and a subtle bed, almost like a synth bed, to the picking part. So here we go. Here it is with just the delay. Now with the wash. Now for the chorus and the tremolo tracks. Adding modulation into the front end of the wash creates a really, really sweet, really, really beautiful sound. And I really, really liked how it sat in the mix. Let's start with the tremolo. Here's tremolo with the pedal completely off. No delay, no wash. Now with the delay. Here we go. Here we go. It's wrong because it is. Here we go. Now with the wash. So with the tremolo, I think it's really clear how you hear the ripple effect, how the subsequent delays here it is. Let's see this first one more time. Here we go, just the delay. Now with the wash, you'll notice you really do hear how the delays, how the subsequent delays of the initial attack transform and disperse into the reverb. It's pretty sweet. Here we go. And now for the chorus sound. Here we go. This is a sound with just delay. And now with the wash, listen to how the really just fattens up the bed that this sound is creating. All right, moving on to the melody. Really tried to go for something a little bit more subtle here so the melody would be nice and clear, but it was pretty easy with this pedal because the way Mr. Hungry Robot has crafted it, the original signal stays quite clear, as you will hear. So here we go. Here is the pedal with, I believe, clear. So this is just the clean tone. With just the delay, so you can hear the delay. And now with the wash, here we go. Moving on to the overdriven sound. I really like the character that this delay takes on when you add some overdrive into it. It sounds really, really cool, really, really sweet, as does the wash. It reminds me a bit of sounds you would get, or would hear actually, from artists like Steven Wilson and Porcupine Tree Records. So here we go. And the coolest part is You can get that sound with just an overdrive pedal and this awesome wash. So here we go. Here it is, just the overdrive. Now with the delay. And now with the wash. Now I'd like to take you through the last sound from the track, which is the EBO sound. This was by far one of the coolest sounds, or I definitely had a lot of fun coming up with it, because what the ripple does to the EBO, it almost makes it sound more violinish, or when I harmonized it, it almost reminded me of an accordion, which I thought was really, really interesting and really, really special. So here we go. Here is the EBO with just the overdrive and EBO. Now with the delay. Now with the wash. Here we go. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the demo. For purchase and more information about the Wash and other Hungry Robot pedals, go to www.hungryrobotpedals.com. To follow Gorilla Overdrive, please like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you later.